हा सुरू झालंय केपी.
ओके 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 जस्ट शेअर करतोय.
थोडा वेळ राहू द्या तशीच.
ओके
हा युट्यूबला स्ट्रीम येऊ द्या, मग त्यानंतर नॅशनल अँथम सुरू करा. तिथे युट्यूबला दिसते का बघा.
हो
युट्यूबला ऍक्टिव्ह झाल्याच्या नंतर नॅशनल अँथम सुरू करा. हा ओके दिसायले सर. केपी परदेशी सर.
hello Pardesh sir. Okay,
Yeah,
shall we
you're
start
audible,
now?
sir.
Sir.
Yeah.
A very good morning to everyone. Myself, Dr. K.P. Bulanek, and I welcome you all to the second day of this one-week online faculty development program on modern teaching, evaluation, and research methods. This program will start with national anthem. May I please bother you all to stand up at your respective places in honor of our national anthem.
Well, 1 minute, sir. There is a technical issue.
Okay, okay.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे।
on e-tools for academic writing and research. Before inviting him to talk, let me introduce him. Dr. C.S.K. Raju sir, presently working as assistant professor in Department of Mathematics, ITAM University, Bangalore. He has completed his MSc in Mathematics from SVU College of Sciences, Tirupati in 2012. He has completed his PhD from VIT University, Vellore in 2017. His key research interest areas are non-linear dynamics, mathematical modeling, multi-phase flow modeling, nanofluid, controllability, mathematical biology, statistical mechanics, linear and non-linear stability. He is also an editorial board member of the Journal of Polymer Science and Engineering. He received a certificate of appreciation from publishing Scopus Index journals from VIT University in 2015-16. He also received the certificate of appreciation for publishing Scopus Index journals from VIT University. He received the Best Assistant Professor Award from IJRULA Society for contributing the research as well as extracurricular activities. Till this date, he has published 93 research papers in reputed and referred international journals. He has 3 books at his credit. As far as his research contribution, his Google Scholar citation is 1998, each H index is 26, I-10 index is 52, and the RG score on ResearchGate is 31.01. His Scopus citations till date are 1372, H index 22, and I-10 index 52. So far, he has participated and attended 29 conferences. He is also the life member of Indian Science Congress and life membership in IJRULA Association. Such an eminent personality is among us. Without further delay, I request Dr. C.S.K. Raju sir to deliver his address. Dr. C.S.K. Raju sir.
Thank you, sir. First of all, I thank for the organizers of Vinayakrao Patil Mahavidyalaya, and also a special thanks to Professor Sandeep Paradesi sir, and who has been invited for this FTP. So I am very much happy to share my views about e-tools for academic writing and research. So, before going to talk, I will briefly discuss about my agenda of my today's presentation. That
Excuse me,
is,
sir. Hello, sir. Raju sir.
sir.
Sir,
Sir.
you have stopped your camera. Please start it.
Oh,
You are
camera,
not
sir.
visible. You stop your camera.
Okay, sir.
You are not visible on the screen.
Okay, how much? 1 minute. Camera, I have to stop, sir.
Okay.
Now, okay, sir.
Okay, not it, sir.
Now,
No, no, no. Yes, 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 sir. Yes, sir, it is working now.
Go ahead, sir.
Yes, sir, continue, please.
hello,
Sir.
sir. Now it is okay? Is it okay?
Sir, earlier
Sir,
your teacher.
just share your screen.
Sir.
Just
Okay, sir.
share your screen, sir. Yeah, there is a problem in your video.
Yeah.
Just share your screen.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, now you are visible. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Now, okay, sir.
No, not visible, sir. Till.
Oh, camera is.
Yeah. It is visible now, sir. Hello. Raju sir, just there is. Hello sir. Yeah. Just close your video, sir. There is one option. There is a symbol of camera because there is a network issue. Your voice is not audible, sir. At the bottom, yeah, there is 3 symbol. Just there is an option of video is there. Just close that video. At the bottom, there are 3 symbols. One is mic, second is telephone symbol in red color, and near to it on the right side, there is a video option. Yeah. No. At bottom, sir. There is no need to do any settings. Your PPT is visible to us, but your voice is not audible. Yes, sir. Try to speak on the using headphones, sir, so that we are. Still, there is no voice. No.
Network problem done.
Sir, just close your video. Sir. There is one option is there. One. Yeah. Now share your screen, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, you are visible.
Second.
Now try. Try to speak on the.
Yeah, sir. Now. Now, okay, sir.
Yeah, sir.
Okay, sir. Now.
Sir, there is one problem. I share the PPT on the behalf of you, sir. I will share the PPT on the behalf of you, sir.
Okay, sir. No problem, sir. Okay, sir. Now, okay, sir. I think I have to stop sharing, sir. Then only visible, I guess. Now it is fine, sir.
Yeah. Hello, sir.
Sir. I'm online, sir.
Yeah, I will share your PPT, sir. Just 1 minute.
Okay. Oh, yes, sir.
Bolan, sir, it is visible? Hello?
No, sir. No, sir.
PPT is visible?
Sir?
No, sir.
No.
No, sir.
No? No?
No, sir.
Sir, the PPT. No? बघा होते.
सर दुसऱ्या सिस्टीमवरून पहा.
Sir, can you send me the PPT on WhatsApp, sir?
WhatsApp, sir? Sir,
Can
now
you send me the
just see,
PPT?
sir. Yes, sir, 1 minute. Sir, now you just see, sir, whether you are able to see the screen.
1 minute, 1 minute.
Both at a time?
Just share, sir. Sir. You, sir?
Sir. I'm sharing. WhatsApp.
Yeah. You can share.
Sir?
Share the
Sir, just
screen.
wait.
1
I'll
minute.
share the screen, sir. Or just in web-based, I'll try. I'm trying it. Just.
Yeah, visible, sir. No problem.
Now okay, sir.
Yeah. Just open the PPT, sir.
Now
Yeah.
sir.
You're.
Fine, sir.
Yeah, sir. Continue, sir. Continue, sir.
Yes. So first of
Yes,
all,
sir.
I thank for the organizers. Sorry for the disturbance. First of all, I thank for the organizers, Vinayakrao Patil Mahavidyalaya, Vaijapur, and I also special thanks for the Professor Sandeep Paradesi Mandal sir, who has been invited for this 7 day of DP program. So I'm very much happy to share my views about e-tools for academic writing and research. So the agenda of my today's presentation is scientific writing for the journals. Then once we are making the any article in a structured format, then we have some questions about like how to submit and where to submit, how much time it will take. These are the when you are the starting stage of the researcher. These are the common problems we face. So now I am going to give you all those details in terms of e-tools. Like you can search in the online itself, and then you can submit to and specified journals or specified manuscript to specified journals. And I also will give you the brief outline of how to improve the citations. At the end of this presentation, you are going to become as a smart author or smart researcher. So before going to start, I will just give you the basic structure of research articles. This is the general structure. If you see, most of the articles will have. First, we will have the title, abstract, keywords, introduction, experimental setup or mathematical formulation, graphical, abstract, methodology, interpretation of results, validation, conclusions, acknowledgement, and references. Now, I will discuss with you each and every section in deeply. First of all, title. The title should be very simple and informative. Because see, the editor is having the many articles are going to submit in a day, but the editor by seeing look at by looking at our title itself, he has to feel something new. Then only he is going to send to the review. There may be a possibility of sending review. Otherwise, in the initial stage itself, it is going to send back. Because I have given these some examples also. There are some titles. If you see, some authors are going to keep the long titles. Like if you see here, there is an example for the long title and the small title. Analytical study of MHD, free, convective, dissipative, bound to layer flow, past particle porous surface in the presence of thermal chemical reaction. See all this. See, when you are keeping the title, don't include the whatever already done. Initially, just to give what you have been extended, those things try to keep in the title. It's a title at the starting itself. Then you can keep other things. That should be. That's why I am saying you that like title should be always simple and informative. That means whatever the extension you have done, that should be like that has to follow the recent trend as well. If that is not following the recent trend, then there is no use of doing the task as well. So try to follow these things. Then abstract section. The abstract, abstract will give you three things in the manuscript. First one is, in any article in the abstract section, if you see, they are going to keep three things. One is what they have been considered and what methodology they have applied and conclusions of their studies. Means if you read only the abstract, you can able to know that what are the methodology they have been applied and what are the effects or what are the things they have been extended from the existing study, and then what is their conclusions from this. By taking those things, what is the results of their study. That three things we can get it from the abstract. And when you are writing the article structure, also when you are making the article also, you need to follow these three things. We need to maintain whatever we have been considered, that should be how to include in the starting itself. Then you have to give the application of that particular extension. We are extending something, we need to provide the application of that particular extension, so that what is the methodology you have been applied, then what is the what is the conclusions you are getting. These three things you have to mention in the abstract, because editor, once he feels that the title is very good, he is going to see in the abstract section only. If abstract and title and abstract both are going to, if he feel is good, then definitely there may be a possibility of sending our article or manuscript to review. Then keywords. Keywords also must be advanced. Like, see, most of the times I have been seen, and then we also observed many times, the authors are going to keep whatever the already existing keywords they are going to keep first, and whatever they have been extended, that they are going to keep in the end. But that is not the way. Initially we have to keep what we have been extended, then we have to keep uh, other already existing things. If it is not see, the maximum possibility is 5 or 6. So if you are extended 5 parameters, just add 5 parameters whatever you have been done recently. Or if there are some you need to include existing as well, just try to keep first in advanced one, then keep old one. Then introduction section. See, this is the introduction part will plays a crucial role when you are making the articles. See, most of the times I have been observing that, see, whatever the articles, if you see now recently, they are going to cite the references, world references. That means that they are going to show that this work is not done. For that, they are going to put in another way that, like, whatever the recent work has been done related to that, they are going to neglect those work. But that is not the correct way. We have to keep the recently published articles minimum 30%. Recently, in the sense, last previous 5 years. If you take for last 5 years, what has been done related to this particular work, whatever the extension you have done related to that, whatever the other geometries or other flow conditions, if there is any work, you have to include all those works in the introduction part. Minimum, you have to maintain 30% recently published articles. This is in introduction part. Then, when come to experimental setup or mathematical formulation, in the mathematical formulation, suppose whatever the extension you have done, if you have some mathematical description, mathematical equation with physical description, you have to mention in the mathematical formulation. If you have an experimental setup, just write about the experimental setup, what you have been considered, and what is the things you have been included, all those parameters or effects in the experimental setup part. Then graphical representation of the model. A graphical representation is nothing but pictorial representation of whatever the model you have been considered. Then methodology, as you know already, methodology. In the methodology, if you have some algorithms, you can keep algorithms as well. Then interpretation of results. It must be with the physical results. That means that, see, most of the times, if you see, the authors are going to maintain like so and so effects they have been added. This has been increased. The same thing we have been observed from the 1992 till today. But what is your observation and physical description? Those things most of the time the researchers are neglecting. Means if you are able to make in such a way that with the physical description and the results, then definitely there may be a possibility of acceptance, high possibility of acceptance for the good journals. See, I have given example also. Suppose there is a magnetic field. If you are applying for the some flow, in general, when you are applying magnetic field opposite to the flow direction, it will decrease definitely. But why it has been decreased, and what is the previous study? What is your study? You have to compare your results with the already existing results so that it is going to be worthy. Then the validation. Validation, when you are doing the validation, try to keep in mind that you have to compare your results with the highly indexed journal published articles. If you are, see, let us suppose that you are extending the nature work, but when you are comparing your validation with your work, you are comparing the without having the DOI number or nothing. It is not indexed in any journal. So if you compare in that way, the maximum possibility of rejection is very high, because you have been extending the high work published in nature, but the thing is, when come to validation, you are comparing the non-indexed journals. So that's why try to maintain, when you are comparing your results with the already existing results, that should be indexed in minimum scopus. Then the conclusion. The conclusion section, most of the times, if you see, we are going to have only the abstract section, like they are going to just copy paste. but conclusion section should be somewhat lengthy. Like see, there in the abstract section we are going to keep only two conclusions, one or two, but here conclusions you may be having the more, right? Most of the time you may be having more, and you can include some applications or some extension study. They have been last previously what is has been done, and we have been extended this, we are getting this one. This is the effect, and either it is increasing or decreasing. In both the cases we have the application, right? So you have to mention both the things in the conclusion section. Don't copy exactly from the abstract section in the conclusion. And acknowledgement, suppose if you have taken, if you have some MOU with the other universities, we have to mention acknowledgement in the acknowledgement section. So and so university has been helped for the technical review, technical issues, and matter of software issues. So these are the things you can, experimental setup, all these things you can mention in the acknowledgement section. And reference section, reference sections also plays an important role. I am going to discuss deeply about this in coming slides. Then let's see, when you are starting your research, the most of the times we face often we are going to face some problem how to structure your article, and what to read, and what, when you're the starting stage there are so many doubts, right? If you start reading the whole research paper, we are going to feel some boring and all these things. But that's why when you are reading, see, the trend is changing, we have to move with the trend. So that's why instead of reading whole content, try to read only the abstracts. Means the abstract, as I already told you, three things we can get. We need only those three things. See, in the introduction they are going to give you a brief outline of those things, and then the basic work to till today. But in the recent articles we are not going to find all those things. They are going to cite the related workers who is working in their colleagues or somewhere else, related to their friends. So citations only most of the time we can see in the articles. But if you read the abstract, we need only three things: what is extension, what is methodology, what is conclusion. Sorry. Sorry. So these three things we can get it from the abstract section. So that's why try to copy all the abstract and title in one page, and then compare with the one abstract with the other abstract, and then what is the extension from one article and what is another extension from the another article. And then when you're extending the things, try to make a combination of works. See, someone has been done robotic automation, someone has been automated robotic automation. So now we can combine both the things. So that is the way we can think when you are at the starting of the researcher, like starting stage of the researcher. Most of the time, if you look for the new thing, it is very difficult to get the initially itself ideas. But see, even I started with my extension. Now today I can make my own articles and one similarity transformation for the model, flow model, and even the case of study and study, I can make my own. And the starting of my research, I use it to do only the extension, like by seeing one article with the other article, and then I'm going to combining all those combining with the two manuscripts, and then I'm extending my work. But now today I can make a new model as well by own. So then next. And different types of research article. If you see that there are many types are there, that all comes under, these are the subsections like original research articles and review articles, short reports or letters, and case studies, methodologies. So now, once you have been done with your article, means you have been structured your article in such a way that you have to submit now some journal. So next question is, you need to find a suitable journal for your article. See, for that I have been provided here some links here, Google links. Sorry. So if you just click on this particular links, I think, I hope whether you are able to see or not, not able to see. If you just click on these links, so here, right? I just click on those links, then it will go to another page. Right? I hope you are able to see the screen now. So here we have the manuscript journal suggestion, right? This is the journal suggested from Springer. Suppose we don't know which journal we need to submit, but you decided that you want to submit only in Springer. So in that case, we know anyway we have been done with all the details like title, manuscript text, abstract. So you just copy some manuscript title, automation, robotic. So if you have a related to content abstract, just copy abstract over here. And then see here, if you know the subject areas, try to select that subject areas or computer science or interdisciplinary research, whatever. Just type those things and then just click on suggest journals, because you have to type something related to about robotic automation. Just I will type robotic automation. Yeah. Any some abstract or something else. Yeah. Sorry, it one minute. Just copy that content, or if you have abstract, just copy abstract. I'm just copying some content in the online. So just click on suggest journals. So automatically it will suggest you many journals in Springer. See, if you see here, suggested journals AI and society means it has been in fact no impact factor. First decision average means they have not yet been decided, because this may be the new journal introduced recently. Even here, there is no impact factor for this journal, but it has been first decision is going to take for giving a first decision. It is going to take minimum 88 days. The acceptance ratio is 61%. Similarly, we can see the many journals related to whatever the content you have been typed over there. Because I have been typed over there robotic automation and some content like abstract. Just copy paste over there and click on suggest journals. It will show you many journals and with their impact factor and the first edition, how many days it will take, and what is the acceptance ratio of that particular journal. This is in Springer. So similarly, we have in elsewhere as well. Just see in the elsewhere also we have yeah, journal finder in elsewhere. The same way, so suppose now you have been decided that you want to submit your research article into elsewhere. So in that case, what is the what type of journal you need to select? So in that case, you just type here paper title, like same. I'm going to type here robotic automation, and just to copy paste abstract here. And if you know the keywords of your work, just to type keywords here and field of research. So there are many research areas over here, and just type, just to take some area like computer science I'm taking. In that again, if you have some domains like any other one, if you have 2-3 key field of research, just try type all these researches and then click on find journals. So when you click on find journals, it will show you the articles that are going to be there related to your content in the elsewhere. If you see the first journal itself, it is showing engineering is a journal. It is having the site score and impact factor is 4.5, acceptance ratio 14%, and the first edition it will take 4 weeks, and time to publication 20 weeks. So this is the entire details of the particular journal. So this is the way, once you are make your articles, you need to search in such a way that related to your content it has to suit, right? So if you see the many journals, it will display. And next, so then similarly we have another website that I think already you may be, many of them are aware, like journal guide. See, in the elsewhere and Springer, if you want to submit, just click on this particular two websites. Suppose first one is for Springer, second one is for this elsewhere, and third one is general, in general. So you don't know any Springer and just like even you don't know elsewhere name also and Springer name also. So in that case, this is the website journal guide. Here just copy and paste your title and abstract here the same way. So robotic automation, and then just click on search button. So here it will display related to journals, either it may be elsewhere, either it may be Springer, either it may be Nature. All these journals it will display here. So here if you see all the type of journals are there. Automation in construction, elsewhere, impact factor, speed, they maybe doesn't know the how much time it will take here. They're not going to provide here. Open access. See, most of them recently they have been come across with the open access fees has to pay by the researchers. So if you have an open access, yes, you have to think and then you have to see in the details of that particular general instructions. Otherwise, you have to pay the open access fees. Be careful with the open access fees. And this, if you see here, lecture notes in electrical engineering, this is Springer publisher. So this is having the impact factor of 0.118, and then open access, no fees. So this is the way site score. This site score will impact factor of calculation. Last 3 years, what is the cumulative impact site score has been there for the particular journal. About this, I will explain you when come to the impact factor calculation. There you can get clarity about the site score. So then this is the three websites. One is from Springer, one is from elsewhere, and another one is generally. If you suppose you don't know anything, like even you don't know the Springer and elsewhere, IEEE or whatever. So in that case, you have to go for the journalguide.com. So these are the three websites. You can get it from the journal suggester. Like next question is after making this thing, similar kind of some more links were available here. So here I am going to provide you the indexed journals. Suppose here many journals, even in Springer and Scopus, even in Springer and elsewhere, we have seen the non-indexed journals recently. Sometimes recently they have been started in the Springer, recently they have started in the elsewhere, they have not indexed in Scopus or Web of Science or even SCI also. So in that case, how to get the original, like if the work is have been, means if you have some like highly, you have done the very good work, but you want to submit, you have decided that you want to submit in only SCI indexed journals. So in that case, you have to look at this particular page. See, previously whatever the links I have been suggested, that are been only for the non-indexed. Maybe there in that particular website we are going to see only the non-indexed journals, non-indexed journal names also. But here, if you see the medsciediting.com, here we are going to get only the SCI indexed journals. If you just click on this particular link, it is going to display you this is the website. So now it has been not there, sorry. Yeah, this one. So same way, I'm going to type here robotic automation. See here also, if you know the journal title exactly, just type whether that particular journal is indexed in SCI or not. From this website, you can able to identify those things. Like if you know the only ISSN number, just type ISSN number. Suppose if you have decided that I want to submit only the this much region of impact factor to this much region of impact factor, just click on less than and more than, means what is the minimum impact factor, what is the maximum impact factor you want to submit. So and then just click on search, then it will display. See now I am going to type because I don't know the journal title also, I just know the content of that particular article. So I'm just typing robotic automation. And then if you know ISSN, just type ISSN number, or sometimes if you don't know the ISSN, just leave it. Or if you know the impact, if you want to you know exactly the quality of your work, just give the impact factor, or you just give just click on search button, because I don't know how much impact factor also. I'm just clicking on search button, and then it will display related to robotic automation. There are many journals are available. See here, IEEE robotic automation and automation magazine. So that is ISSN number is this one, H index is 34, and one article number is nothing but now the what is the current value number is running in that particular article. And if you want to support, like if you click on this particular link, it will go, and acceptance ratio is ordinary, and what is the review time it will take, this is 3 to 8 weeks. And if you want to go to the journal home, just click on this, and direct link if you want, just click on this particular links. So this is the way it will provide you the complete details, like ISSN number, and what is the article number, and what is the acceptance ratio, and how much time it will take to review the particular journal. All these details are available in bedscideediting.com. Once again, I'm making clear that, see, in bedscideediting.com will open only the SCI indexed journals. Non-SCI indexed journals will not open in this website, in this link, this website. So only if the article is indexed in SCI index, definitely it is going to be there in the Web of Science as well as Scopus. So try to publish in SCI so that you are going to, the value of your work will be very high. So if you want to know the SEA index journals, you have to click on this medscienceediting.com. Then another website is the similar way. We have another website, that is Web of Science. I think most of the times recently they are asking either Web of Science or Scopus Index, but the publishing in SEA Index little difficult for the social sciences and other fields. And here, see, here also on the last talk, someone asked suppose there belongs to English or social science. So here you can get the social science index. SCI means social citation index also there. Even science citation index also there. So if you click here, you can get all the type of journals over here. So suppose the same way I'm typing here robotic automation. I don't know exact title, but I know the content of that particular journal, robotic automation, and just click on search button. So it will display the related to journals in Web of Science. What are the journals are available related to robotic automation? So all these journals will display here the only Web of Science journals. Not sometimes there are some journals are having the Web of Science, but they may be not there in the SCI, because now recently they have been introduced the ESCI, means emerging social or science citation indexed. Emerging in the sense they are not indexed in any Scopus or Web of Science Scopus or any SCI index, but they are having the high citations in recent years. So that is called emerging science or social citation index journals. So that all comes under Web of Science now. So that's why most of the journals are there in the Web of Science, but there may be most of the journals are not there in Scopus as well as SCI index journals. So I'm making clear once again, many journals in Web of Science, they are not there in the Scopus and even SCI also. Only that are ESCI journals also included in Web of Science. So next is Scopus. The most of the time recently the institutes and even world ranking, they are going to consider this website like scopus.com, right? Scopus.com, I think most of them are familiar with this. Mm, so here, if you want to identify the whether the article is indexed in Scopus or not, so initially it is going to open. This is the screen, and just click on Sources button. Once you click on Sources button, it will display another window. That window have the title. If you just click on the combo box here, we have the different options: title, publisher, ISSN number. See, sometimes if you know the exact title or some related to content also, you just type title or publisher. If you see in the publisher, if you select the suppose elsewhere is the publisher. In the publisher, there are many journals. Identification is very difficult. Try to select only the title or ISSN number. ISSN is very best if you know. If you doesn't know the ISSN, then go for the title. If you just type title here, you just type like robotic automation. I know the only content. I don't know the title journal title also. Robotic automation. So just click on that robotic automation. It will see when you are typing itself content, automatically it will display some journal robotic. Yeah, journal of robotic systems. Just click on that particular journal. Suppose you want to submit robotic systems, then just click on that particular website, and then it will display here. Means that now you are identified that Journal of Robotic System is available in the Scopus database. See, most of the researchers are means even journals also they are making blur out of the researchers, because when you are clicking on when you are opening just typing on this particular website, automatically we feel that it was there in the Scopus, but that is not confirmed. Now it is there in the Scopus, but we need to see in which year to which year it was in Scopus, in which year it has been removed. So if you want to know those details, just click on this particular journal name, then it will display complete entire details. See here, the Scopus coverage years from 1984 to 2016, it was there in the Scopus, but after that coverage discontinued in the Scopus. Means it was there in the Scopus database up to 2006. After that, it has been removed. This is the things you need to know when you are submitting your article to the particular journal. In most of the times, researchers will face this is the problem, because when they will see only, they're going to see this website, so they will see that it is opened here, so it is there in the scopus. That is not. So you have to click on this particular link, and then it will display you which year to which year it was in scopus, and which year to which year it is not in scopus. So all the details you can get it from here. So this is the way we need to verify whether the particular journal is indexed in the scopus or not. Then next. So now we have been done with the Scopus index and Web of Science, all the indexing journals. Now you know. Next target is whether, see how, next target is we need to improve our work quality. How the work quality will increase? Only when the citations will get, then only our work quality. Otherwise, see, we have been done some original work, but none of them have been extended our work. Then what is the use of doing our work? There is no use, right? So that means, so when you have a citations of your work, particular work, definitely whatever the work you have been done, that is going to be working. The purpose of citation is, I think almost everyone knows about the citation. Citation in the sense, the purpose of citation is to provide the support or evidence for what you are saying or what you have been done, right? So whatever the work you have been done, you have to validate your work with the already existing work. Means either in terms of validation or in terms of introduction. Like sometimes you may be referring in terms of bibliography as a reference. Like suppose you have to you are extending the work with related automation. When you are extending automation, you may be done related to automation somewhere, so that the authors are going to cite your work. That's why citation is, the purpose of citation is to provide the support or evidence for what you are saying. Then how to improve the citation. Next task is, you know what is citation. Now how to improve the citations. The first point is we need to publish in a strongly effective written articles. See, most of the times if you write in an effective way of strong writing skills, definitely authors are going to see at your article. I have been provided here link. So you just click on this particular link, it will display you the Cornell University. Has been maintained by the Cornell University. So here, if you have been registered, if you register here, it has unlimited access. But now I have been not registered with unlimited access, because I have access, but I did not forgot my login details. And just see now from here we can get the see, we are not from the native English speakers, but we have to get the English words in such a way that somewhere we can get, like, see, this is the website where we can get easily the particular word replacing words. Like, see, suppose we have been got plagiarism from continuously for words. Now, just whatever the content you got plagiarism, that copy over here, copy and paste here. Just click on search button. Then it will display you in a yellow and green in different colors, right? These different colors indicates some are verbs, some are adverbs, some are nouns. All these details are available here. Means see, automation means like this. What yellow color words are some verbs. Sometimes it may be the adjectives. All these things they are going to provide here in terms of different colors. So now this is the continuous words, we got the plagiarism. Now I need to change the either continuous words, right? I need to change this process. So if you want to change this word, just click on that particular word. If you see here in the left hand side, we are going to get the related words here. Just wait, I think it has to display. Yeah, I'm just click on process. Automation, just click on automation. Means it is the see, automation is the noun word. So you just click on, when you click on here, that automatically it will display. Process is, sometimes it may comes under noun, sometimes it may comes under verbs. So there is no related word replacing words in most of the times. Like if you see the automation, in the automation we have some related words. So automation, instead of automation we can put mechanism, computerization. Like based on situation we have to take that particular replacing words, and see after whatever the word we have been clicked here, after that words, what is the words are going to come, like automation in industrial, automation oil, advanced automation. So you can after these words, what are the words are going to get, like those, all these things details are available in word and traces info. And then if you see here, there are different colors, right? Automation are going to used in a different language. Like see here, generic language, magazine language, spoken language, academic language. So all these language, how you are going to use this automation, all these details are provided in this website. If you go through here, you can get all the, if you have a patience, you can learn yourself in English skills, and you can improve your academic, like your articles. Like you need to make a structure, you need to make your article in such a way that there should be strong English, right? So most of the time, if you see the due to English also, the articles are going to reject. So here you have to see only the academic language. Spoken language we don't need to take here. Only we are whatever the work we have been done now. That is for academic, right? So academic language, whatever the words they are going to get, how to use academic language, the automation word. Whatever the other work, like you just click on some other words like base, like this is the verb. Instead of this base, you can build, base, construct, found, centered, like based on this particular, you can replacing words we are going to get here. Now we have to see this particular base, how you are going to use in the academic language. So this is the situations. You can see here all the details. The left side we have a generic language, academic language, fiction language, and spoken language. See here also it was there completely details. Academic language they are going to use 93 stored according to the data already available. So that means that we can use in the academic language compared to speaking and fiction language. Academic language they are using more, so that we can use this particular word in our article. So that is the way you need to fix, and then you have to improve yourself. So this is one website for correcting your plagiarism or making your article in a strong way of English. Like yeah. So now here I think yeah, improving citations, right? Yeah, so this is the way we need to make your article into in an effective way. Like by using this website also you can make, this is the one way of getting the details from the online sources. And another one is for improving the citations, we need to submit in highly indexed journals. Like as I already told you, website like SCI Index or Scopus or Web of Science. So if you publish an essay index, definitely if you our work is very high, definitely it is having worthy, then only it is going to publish in SCI index or some indexed journals. Otherwise, it is not going to publish in a indexed journals. So if you publish in indexed journals, definitely there may be a possibility of increasing citations. Next, and writing an effective title. As I already told you, title should be in advanced way and it should be very short and informative. If you provide in that way, definitely they're going to cite our article. And in the article, as I already told you, the abstract also, if you have to maintain the things whatever we have been expressed. Means if you have been provided clearly all these details, definitely they are going to refer our work to their work. So how they are presenting, how they have to extend all these details. If you are able to provide in an effective way, definitely there may be a possibility of increasing the citations. Then when you are putting the keywords, as I already told you, we have to you have to keep as recent advanced keywords. Then this is the main important task if you want to improve your citations, like collaboration with the highly strong profiles or some known person, well-known editors or whatever editorial board members. Like suppose see, I will give you an example for the collaboration. Suppose I have been published one article with the 4 authors. One is from the USA, one is from the UK, one is from this Gulf countries, one is from the India. So now we have 4 authors. The 4 authors are going to suggest their students to this particular journal. Like they are going to give this particular journal and then try to ask them to extend the work. So when they are extending our work, definitely they are going to refer our paper as a citation, because they are going to extend our work, right? So they are extending, definitely they have to keep our reference, our work as a citation. Then so 4 authors are going to 4 different scholars. If the 4 research scholars are going to cite, that 4 is going to 4 it is going to multiply, and then it is going to give you the high citations. When you have a collaboration, definitely it have a flexibility of improving the citations. And when you publish in a recently started journal, if you see some journals are going to start recently in the Springer or elsewhere. So the editor duty is to improve the impact factor of that particular journal. So the impact factor is going to improve when the citations are going to improve in that particular whatever the articles are published. Suppose if you publish in a recently started journals, so when he is referring to the some other articles, definitely he is going to refer our work to that particular authors, so that there may be a possibility of improving the citations. Then, as I already the reference management, I already told you, I'll explain in deeply. Like, see, in the reference management, most of the times, if you see now, they're going to mention in a clumsy way. Like I have given here example. See, this is the way they're going to mention. There is no, they're not going to follow any uniformity. To maintain this reference management also, we have online tools that are LaTeX. I think most of them are familiar with this. The LaTeX now recently they have been started with even mathematical equations very easily. You can copy and paste it over here. And Mendeley. So this Mendeley has been maintained by Science Direct, like as elsewhere. And EndNote. EndNote is maintained by Web of Science. Web of Science is maintaining this EndNote, and Mendeley, Science Direct is maintaining the Mendeley. So suppose any article is published in Mendeley related to your task, your work, automatically if you have account in this Mendeley, definitely it will give you instruction, like it will automatically recently published article related to our content, it will display. And citations also very easy in Mendeley when compared to LaTeX and other things. Like Mendeley all other things works with the Microsoft Word itself. But for LaTeX, you need to remember some codes, like for equations and some symbols, you need to write some backslash, some symbols name mu. So that is the way you need to remember the coding part. But in Mendeley, there is no need to remember anything. You have to plug in with the MS Word. So automatically, it is very easy to make your article into any journal format. See, in this Mendeley website, it has been there, I think around 1 lakh journals are there already, citation styles. Therefore, if you just select that particular citation style, automatically it will display. But because this is another 1 hour task, if I explain this hands-on session, it will take 1 hour. So I'm not going to give you in detail. But if you just click on this, you can get it, because I have been provided you the video of that particular link. In the same way, EndNote. I have been familiar with the LaTeX and Mendeley, but EndNote and Jotaro and reference works Satisfy I have not been, but I have been seen in the online. This also there related for managing the references. And EndNote is I have been little familiar, but Jotaro and reference works and citations why I have not been familiar. And I hope definitely Mendeley will help you. Mendeley is very easy and user friendly also. Once you have been saved in this Mendeley any article, you can see at any time, you can save, you can read, and from anywhere. See, now most of the time when you are when we are storing our data into laptop, sometimes we are moving from one place to other place. Some conferences we are moving, we can't carry our laptop. So in that case, how to read our articles? So if you save in Mendeley, you can just log in that particular link. Automatically you can store, you can save the links, you can highlight the things. All the details are available in user flexible for the reading and highlighting the things, and whatever the work if you want to do. And extension also, it is very easy in Mendeley, even citation style also. Then next task is how to calculate the impact factor. Means most of the time, how the researchers are going to get journals are having the impact factor. How they are going to get impact factor? So journal impact factor is depending on the number of articles published in that article, and the publisher, and how many citations score have in that particular journal. Suppose see here, I have given the example also. So there is a journal having citation score 2016. How many articles are published in 2015? And site score means whatever the see in 2015. If you want to calculate 2016, we have to take the last 2 years, like 2014 and 15. So in the 2015, the articles, 26 articles are published. In the 26 articles are having the 5,598 citations. In the same way, 2014, 24 articles are published. These 24 articles are having the 3,754 citations. Now, when you are calculating the impact factor, we need these two things. Like we need to take some of these articles, number of articles are published, and number of citations. So now, how many citations are there in that particular journal? Whatever the article publisher we have been published, and that we have to take here. And then how many articles are published and how many site score as having this particular 50 articles. So this is the way we are going to calculate the impact factor of that particular journal. Citations to the recent times, like 2 years, and number of recent items, means how many articles are published. So this is the way we are going to calculate the impact factor. Then we recently, if you see, most of the time we are come across with the citations in a different citations, like Google Scholar citations and Scopus citations and Web of Science citations. So here, see, just if you want to know the Google Scholar citations, it is very easy. Just click on this particular link, scholar.google.com, and then just to type particular author name. Like I am just typing the some particular author. See, there is no higher something name. So if you see here in this way, if you see, that means that he made his profile as unpublic, like he did not made public his profile. So if you are able to see in this way, that means that related to this author, this is the author as published. This author made his public, whatever the profile is profile as a public. So if you are not able to provide public, automatically we are not going to get our details in the Google Scholar citations. This is the author has been tied up with that particular Hayat name, and then we can see the citations of this particular Google Scholar citation. Google Scholar citations means if you publish any journal, like non-indexed journal also, we are going to get as a Google Scholar citations. The same way H index and I-10 index. But whereas in Scopus and Web of Science citations are different. Means if you want to get the Scopus index citations, the article should be published. Our article should be published in Scopus, and whatever the articles they are referring, that also should be in Scopus. Then only we are going to get Scopus citations. Otherwise, we are not going to get Scopus citations. Just see the Scopus citations. Suppose you want to check one author profile, just type author search. Just click on author search, so that we are going to get the details of what is the author name. Like just click, if you know the ORCID, you just click on this ORCID, automatically we will get complete details of that particular author, like even researcher also. So most of the time now recently they were asking the ORCID in the sense online researcher common identification. This is mandatory in recent days. So suppose I'm just giving you Raju, like affiliation from Geetham University, and just click on, see, if you know the details, whatever the names we are providing here, that has to be there in the articles, whatever the way we have given the articles. See, sometimes my name is the Chakravarthala Sivakrishna Raju, but we are not providing complete name, we are providing a shortcut way. Whatever the names have been given in the articles, the same way we have to provide here. Then click on search, automatically it will display related to these two things, like author name and the affiliation we have been provided Geetham, right? See here documents, if you just click on this particular link, automatically it will display entire profile in this Scopus database. See here, this is the complete link, like 99 documents by the author, and citations are 1500, and H index, what is the year wise also. See, we can see get the complete in the Scopus database how many citations are available in the each year, like 2019 20 documents, and see documents also are available here. See, if you click on here documents, see here they have been provided, right? Documents is blue color, and citations in maroon color, like red type maroon color, like so. So in different colors, they have been provided you articles and citations. So all the details we can get it from this particular link, like Scopus database. If you give ORCID link, you just click on that word ORCID. In ORCID, we can get the non-indexed journal also. But in the Scopus index, the article whatever we have been published, that also should be in Scopus, and whoever referring our article, that also has to be published in Scopus. Then only we are going to get the Scopus citations. Otherwise, we are not going to get Scopus citations. Then similarly, in the Web of Science, and recently everyone heard of the Publans. Like Publans is maintaining the Web of Science citations now. So you just click on this particular link. See, even Web of Science also similar like Scopus. The article whatever we are published, that should be in Web of Science, and whoever referring our article, that also has to be published in Web of Science. Then only we are going to get the Web of Science citations. You just click on, see here, if you go through the instructions, they have been mentioned clearly. Just click on the details like Publans. If you just click on login here, See here login option also, if you are using the personal mail ID, just like give personal mail ID. If you are using suppose if sometimes you may be changed institute to institute, in that case we have to link with all the mail IDs. But I have been linked with all the mail IDs with the personal mail ID, so that I am going to log in with the Google here. See, we have all the options here. Sorry, it has been there in Telugu language. Yeah, I'm just like click on changing the language with English, like. So now I'm just like clicking on a link, like I'm just giving the personal mail ID, so that we are going to get complete profile in the Web of Science now. Yeah, it is getting profile. I think it has to. Yeah, it is taking time. See here, you can clearly get the details, right? The Web of Science is maintaining by EndNote. Like, see, this is the private website. Like, see, Scopus Web of Science researcher ID, that is Web of Science ID. So this is the profile. If you want to know the track my citations, manage our views, and see more profile, just click on yes. We are going to get the our CV, and many activities are available here. See, the Web of Science profile is, so my publications is 95, and the total Web of Science citations is 113, and Web of Science H index is 18. So this is the way we can get complete details of Web of Science. Like, see, as I already told you, if you want to get the Web of Science citations, the article, whatever we published, that should be in Web of Science, and whatever we are referring, that also should be, whoever referring our article, our manuscript, that also should be published in Web of Science. Then only we are going to get this Web of Science citations. I think most of them are familiar with H index, right? Suppose H index in the I will explain you in detail next in the next slides. Like, see. So if you want to know the metrics, just click on this metrics, like complete time. Previously we saw, right, how the things like in which year we have how many publications, how many citations. So complete flowchart you are going to get here. And if you want to export this into even CV also, we have that option also here. The start home profile, just click on home profile. Oh, sorry. See, even sometimes if you want to know the instruction, means whether suppose institution wise, if you want to know whether this particular author is registered in this particular website or not, that also you can get it from here. If you just know the name, just click on Raju, some name, and if you know institution like Geetham University, you just click on these two, whether he has been registered or not. Those details also we can get in the down. See here, with the name Raju, there are many authors are available registered with Geetham University. The same way, you can get all the, if you know the regions, if you know all the details, just fill all the details. If you know only few details, just type only few details. So if you want like view profile and dashboards, just click on this dashboards. This is the summary, right? So sometimes if you want to export immediate CV, you just click on this website, export publications in terms of the, suppose you want immediately publication, just click on this particular website, some date to date range also there. It will automatically give you the whatever the formats, PDF format are available here. Just click on that, and then it is going to give you all the details over here. If you give all details over here, it is very easy to get the our details in terms of Web of Science, or also even scope, even ORCD also. ORCD also, it has the access of giving the means you can convert in terms of CV. So this is the way we can get the Web of Science details. Now, I think last slide we have reference management, citations calculation. See, as I already told you, I will also explain you about I10 and H index, right? So I10 index in the sense, suppose we have been published 10 research articles. All 10 research articles are having the minimum 10 citations. From one article to all articles are having the 10 as a minimum citations. So that my I10 index is 10. Suppose I have been published 10 research articles, only one article is having the 2000 citations, only one article. But I10 index is only 1. Then similarly, what is H index? H index in the sense, suppose I have been published 10 research articles, all the, suppose my 10 research articles, and 8 research articles are having minimum 8 as a citations. So now I have been published 8 research articles, and 8 articles are having minimum 8 as a citation, so that my H index is 8. The same way as I already explained you previously, suppose I have been published 10 research articles, but I have been only one article is having the 100 citations, so that your H index is only 1. So whatever the work you are going to do, that should be always it has to follow the recent trend, so that it has to, all the articles has to get the citation, so that you are going to get the Scopus index, Web of Science index, and citations. All these citations are going to be improved. So I have done with my presentation. Thank you for patience listening. Any questions from participants? Sir, I have done with my presentation, sir.
Hello, sir.
Hello, sir. Ah, sir. Ah, sir. Ah, sir.
Uh, Sir, have you completed your lecture?
Have you completed your lecture? Sir? Ah, yeah, sir. I have done my presentation. I have done my presentation, sir.
Okay,
Yeah, I have
okay.
done my lecture.
Sir, there are some
There
questions
are
from
some
the
questions from
participants.
participants. Yeah, sir. Yeah, sir. Ah, sir.
Sir, one of our participant, Rashi Arora, is asking that in
Ah, sir.
economics,
Ah,
if
sir.
you write on a current issue, by the
Ah,
time
sir.
the paper
Ah, sir.
is published, it may become outdated and lose significance. How to deal with
Yeah,
this
sir.
problem?
Sir, that's why when he is dealing with, see, he knows that already that it is going to be updated, right?
Okay.
So as I already told you, the Web of Science, there they are going to provide you that how much time it is going to take for the particular journal. So if we follow those instructions, definitely you can. There may be possibility of uh, uh, this reducing this one, solving this problem, sir. Like as he knows already that it may be updated, right?
Okay, okay. Sir,
Understood,
one
sir.
of
Like I already told you, the many journal links, right? Like different websites are there. Even for social sciences, we have a Web of Science. There, social science index journals also there. There, he can see the timing, how much time it is going to take that particular journal. If he is familiar with all these things, then he can decide himself, like this work is how much time it will take, because he knows already, right? The things details, so that you need to take the only within 1 month. What are the journals are going to publish? What type of journals he has to select, and then you can get it as much as early.
thank you, sir.
Sir.
One of our participant, Venkata Lakshmi, is asking that article
Yes, sir.
processing charge is
Yes,
very
sir.
high in elsewhere journals. How
Yes,
we
sir.
can get waiver?
Sir, there are article processing charges now recently started. That also because see, in olden days they are going to have the tie up with the industries as well as the institutions. Now, when the industries are not familiar, not to tie up with these journals, so whatever the journals they are maintaining, that maintenance they are taking now from the authors. That's where the article processing has been started, sir. Like, see, previously they have interaction with the industry also. Now industries are not come up with the journals, whatever the articles what now we have. That's why they are going to take only the few journals they are suggesting. For them only they have the funding, so other journals are not having. That's why they are depending in other sources, like whatever we have. Means some journals will provide you some sources, sir. Like this is the way you can go through. Like instructions, they are going to provide clearly, sir. Like if you want to go, if you have a fee relaxation, just go through this link. All the details are available in the instructions for author.
Okay, okay. Thank you, sir. Sir, there is one more question.
Yes, sir.
Can we use mainlet in our smartphone, same as in the laptop?
Smartphone, I have not been used, sir, but there may be option. I just looked it, sir, because I did not I didn't get any idea of in smartphone, because making, sir, what is your question, sir? Like they can use in mobile, but they can't maintain like whatever the database we are going to use in the laptop, sir, because there they can open, they're going to see all the details, they can get it, sir, in mobile. Like web, like you can, how you are logging our Gmail, sir. The same way, they can log in mentally, and then even if they want to add some articles to their folder, they can add easily, sir. Because it will take again one hour task, sir, actually, hands on. We have to install and then we have to create folder, and the collaboration also there in mentally. Even you can use in mobile very flexible. Mobile apps I can use, sir.
Okay, okay, sir. Sir, there is one more question, which is, I think, a common question.
Yes, sir.
In science, there are number of journals which charges
Yes, sir.
nothing to publish a research article. My
Yes, sir.
question is that how to find such
sir.
journals in arts and commerce and humanities?
Yes, sir. That's where I have been suggested that in arts and commerce for English, like it is very difficult to publish. I agree. That's why only I have been suggested in the Web of Science. If you see in the Web of Science link, I will just show you. Wait, sir. The Web of Science. Even I don't think so. Whether if I click on here, it will show there. So now you are able to see the screen, sir. Robotic automation. Anything you are able to see?
Yes, sir. Yes, yes.
Wait, sir. I will show you the online itself, because for social sciences now they have been started, sir. Like two things I explained, sir. Emerging science citation, emerging social citation means whatever the journal they are published recently, they are not even indexed, but they are having the high citations. So those type of journals they can select and then they can publish, sir. So in the Web of Science it is there clearly, Web of Science indexed
Okay,
journals.
okay, okay, sir.
There I
Sir,
highlighted those things also, sir, in the Web of Science.
okay, okay.
Like social science indexed, emerging social science indexed journals. They can select and then they can publish in the journals. So anyway, that journals are going to come under. Here they can they have options, sir. Wait, sir. Today working on. Wait, sir. Or just like starting itself, you can just type art science, sir. Social index journals. Social indexed journals. That are there in the Web of Science. Sorry. I think it is not opening yet. Oh, there. It's 1 minute. I'm just clicking on here and then. On the left side, we are going to get the options, sir, actually. Here I'm getting here. Yeah, see sir here. The right hand side, we have options, sir. The options coverage. See sir here. Sir, now you are able to see the screen?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Here we have options, sir. Social Sciences Citation Index, Arts
Yes,
and
sir.
Humanities Citation, emerging. So if they can select this and then they can search here and then they can get the general details. They can publish it, sir.
Okay, okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Sir.
Sir, Elsevier and Springer journals are available
sir.
in other languages also, that is Devanagari Lipi?
Yes, sir. There are some journals they are maintaining, suppose Chinese journal they are maintaining in Chinese language. I think in both the languages they are going to give, sir, like journals. But the journals are linked with the English as well, sir. In journal details we can get it, sir, easily.
Okay. Pardeshi, sir.
Yes, sir. Once again,
hello, sir.
thanks for the organization, sir.
Sir, any questions?
Yes, sir. There is no further question, sir. No. There is no further question, sir. Kindly conclude.
Okay, sir. So, thank you, sir. You very well explained about the scientific
Thank you very much, sir.
Okay. Sir, you very well explained about the scientific writing for journals, how to improve citations,
Yes, sir.
how to become smart researcher and author, how to find the suitable journal to publish research articles, and also about the reference management. You highlighted the minute but important points to be included in the journal structure of the research article in a very simple manner. All these things you explained in a very scientific manner. On behalf of my college and organizing team, I thank you once again, sir. Thank you, sir. With this, morning session of day 2 is over. I thank all the participants for being with us on YouTube Live. We will rejoin in the evening session sharply at 4 p.m. The YouTube link for joining the evening session will be shared on our Telegram group at 3:30 p.m. So thanks to all and see you in the evening session. Thank you.
Sir, shall I?
Raju sir.
Sir, shall I close, sir?
Sir, we are now ending the meeting.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Shall I?
Okay, okay.
Okay.
I am
Thank you, sir.
stopping the
Thank you
live
so
stream
much.
now. Babar sir.
Okay, okay, okay.
Sir. Sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay,
Thank you.
sir.